Welcome. I'm Meredith, and this is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And today, I have an exciting unboxing. This is not a new deck, but it's a deck that up until now I've been a little hesitant about. However, I saw a video by Maxine of Divine that kind of won me over a little bit. So I had to go for it. So we'll see how I feel once I have the deck before me. So now this, hang on, I'll open it off to the side because of packing labels. Here we go. So this deck, well, you already know what it is because of the title. I don't know why I try to make it like a surprise, but it's by Little Darkness, and so this deck is the Reclaim Tarot, or the Reclaim Oracle. Now I do have Lillifer Tarot, which I love, and I really wanted to want this deck, but it just didn't call to me. However, I don't know, Maxine, just her enthusiasm and excitement just won me over. And so I thought I had to get it. And honestly, I'm so in love with Lillifer. I'm really happy to spend more money with the creator, if that makes sense. So, I mean, I'm hoping I love it. But I kind of feel like even if I don't, it's sort of okay because I love Lillifer so much. I don't know. That's just kind of probably a weird way to think about it, but you know. So let's go right. Beautiful box. Really just beautiful. So now this is a deck that, I mean, it's been all over. So I have seen it. See how, still trying to figure out the light. I took a deep breath and listened to the old brag of my heart. Is that what that says? I wish it was a little larger. Well, either way. That's beautiful. Okay, so now we have this nice little guidebook. So we have the color images of the cards. Let's take a quick look at the beginning. Aw, I love this dedication. It's really sweet. I'm not going to read it. I mean, you can pause it and read it, but it's sweet. What can I do with this deck? You can use it to make sense of your emotions, connect the dots in your psyche, explore core beliefs, recognize repressed feelings, revisit the past, make a decision, help a friend, complement a tarot reading, understand someone, check in with how you feel, inspire your creative work, indulge in self-care, hold space for your truth. Talks about how to use it, a safety note, to really feel a feeling. I mean, I'm pretty self-aware. I know what I feel. I have no issues with that. Change a core belief, heal a conflict. See, I think part of the reason I wasn't drawn to this deck is that I am a hypnotist. So a lot of this work I just do with hypnosis if I need to. It's, in 45 minutes I can get the result. You know what I mean? So but certainly I see the value of this. I don't know about this. All right, well, let's just look at the cards. Let's look at the cards. Okay, these are the backs, which are gorgeous. Love them. The cardstock is superb. It's just so... It's got that soft, buttery, really smooth, nice feeling. So the cards are a little wider and definitely shorter than a standard tarot. And let's get right in to take a look. Now, I'm going to pull you in a little more because they are a little smaller, so we get a really good view. Personally, I tend to watch YouTube on my phone, so I like things to be close up so I can see it well. Now, if you're watching on a big screen, then these are really big. But let me move up just a teensy bit more. Okay. All right. So first, we have absence. Hamilton. Acceptance. That's an interesting card. I like that even though there are these cracks, we can see the roots for that solid foundation. At least that's how I see it. Anger. Appreciation. Arrogance. That's a wonderful depiction of arrogance. Oh, missed one. Attachment. Belonging. Betrayal. I mean, these are not subtle in their depictions. Blame. Blame is so pointless. I'm just saying. Boredom. Change. I like this. Closure. These are very, these are not subtle depictions, right? Like, it's really clear what's going on and what's meant. Confidence. I like confusion. I like that it's stemming from within you, right? You know, when you're of two minds, or I like that. Connection. I like this too, and I like that we have growth from that connection. So for me, just right off the bat, so far, to me, this definitely feels like a more cerebral deck, more like Crowley's Thoth, right? It's not really, for me, evoking a lot of stuff. It's more looking at what's going on and creating that interpretation or that understanding of the card. But for me, it's definitely more in that conscious level, which is okay. Certainly, I mean, Thoth is that's my joy. So, but I think for me, this makes this a very different oracle deck because I think all of my other oracle decks are much more emotional, right? They really connect with that unconscious mind. And this one, so far, it doesn't. It just doesn't, which is okay. It's just a different way of working with these cards. And maybe that was a big part of my reluctance, honestly. You know what I like about this card? So it's defeat, and you can see the cracks and everything. But really, to me, the defeat isn't because of the cracks. It's because the person stopped, right? They gave up. So it's not that they were defeated by some outside thing. They were defeated by themselves. They could still keep going. Denial. Desire. Despair. Kind of reminds me of a sperm, but it also reminds me of a road. It's kind of interesting. I'll have to think about that one. Detachment. You know what I like about this one? This person's detached, right? And you might expect with that breaking away that they'd be falling, but instead they're rising up. And again, you know, obviously it's my perception, but I like that. Because detachment can be important. Disconnection. I like the break there. Because often with disconnection, it's that break from that gut. I don't know if it was done like that on purpose, but I think it's appropriate. Discouragement. Disquiet. You know, the other thing about this deck, there are a lot of less than positive cards. And it's not that I dislike those cards, but it's important that there's a balance, and maybe there is. I don't know. You know, we have quite a bit to go, but not everybody has deep dark stuff, and maybe then this deck isn't appropriate for them, right? I don't know. I like there to be a balance. And again, there may be. But so far, it doesn't feel that way. But it's a beautiful deck. Fairness. I like that there are eyes here. Because to me, and again, this, you know, may just be my thing, but to me, you know, fairness is subjective, right? Depends on your perception of things. And to me, that's a call to that. I don't know if that was what was intended, but that's absolutely how it feels, you know? faith. Fear. I like that. Because fear is isolation, right? Forgiveness. This reminds me of the I'm such a theater nerd, but the song in Hamilton, when they sing about forgiveness with his wife and she holds his hand. It's just, the combination of the word and the image, just freedom. That's interesting. Frustration, you can definitely feel that in this card. Great expression. Grief. Guilt. I think that's a great depiction, because oftentimes guilt is like this weight on you. I don't know about that one. Oh, I think that's a great depiction of humiliation, too. I think that's probably how a lot of times people feel when they feel humiliated. Humility. I love that on one knee. I think that's perfect. Impatience. Inhibition. Well, that's interesting. Injustice. I'm not sure what to make of that one. Maybe we'll pull that one aside and take a look at it and see what it says. Insecurity. Okay, sorry about that. My daughter had a story to tell me, and it's so weird. It's so funny. She's telling me the story, and we're just sitting there, and all of a sudden, it's like an arch support for my shoe went flying up and shot up and landed in my lap, like out of nowhere. So weird. My daughter's convinced it's a ghost. I don't think it's a ghost, but it was weird. But anyway, I'm so sorry. So, integrity. It's kind of interesting. Jealousy. Joy. I like that. Kindness. Limitation. I don't know about that one. Because to me this implies that your limitations are caused by outside influences. It's usually not the case in my experience. Loneliness. This is fabulous. Loss. To me, this is so specific. I would have really liked to have it be a little more vague, so it could be more expansive. But that's me. Love is beautiful. Lust. Passion. I like that. Patience. That's interesting. I like that. Peace. I love that these eyes are closed and this one's open. I think that's fabulous. Perseverance. Power. I like this. Powerlessness. Look at the two. Kind of next to each other, too. Presence. Pride. Protection, that's lovely. Purpose. Rage. Love that. Regret. Rejection. I like that. Release. Resentment. That's fabulous. Resilience. Respect. This is fabulous. It's wonderful. Revenge. Personally, I would have liked to see this affecting this person too, because revenge does, right? And I think in a lot of ways, this person should be here more. You know, I'm assuming this is the person exacting their revenge. And I would tend to say that that wave is going to affect them more. Sadness. Scarcity. Security. Love this. It's a wonderful depiction. Shame. That's interesting. I like that. Sincerity. Stability. Stillness. This is quite nice. Strength. It's interesting. Success. That's lovely. Support. Surrender. Trust. Unworthiness. Validation. That's sweet. I like that. Wealth. and worry. Okay, so let's take a look at Injustice and just kind of see what the guidebook has to say about it. So some of these cards I think match up really well with my perceptions and my imaginations of the keywords. Other ones, maybe not so much, which is okay. I mean, it's not, but let's see what it says. So we don't have a lot of information, but we have a little bit. Injustice is imbalance. It's knocking the moon over, and she spills out darkness. If I am responsible, then we are all responsible. If I am sorry, then you should be sorry too. What you do affects me. What I do affects you. I don't know. Let's see how they shuffle. And then I'll lace them out and maybe see how these fit with, certainly Lilifer is a good choice. And maybe the Black Violet Tarot. So these, it's a little chunky to, dang it. To kind of line up for riffle shuffling, but I think I just have to get used to it. Because as we go up, it just gets a little bit out of sync. But that's me. I think that if I, oh lordy, you know what? Let me try. I tend to shuffle kind of in my lap. That's my preferred way. Then you can't see it. So let me just see if it shuffles better that way. Oh, I left a card. Because it is a short deck, I do feel like it's a little harder to kind of, yeah. All right. Let's just try overhand. I will say it shuffles fine on my lap. It's just when I try to kind of bridge it that it just not great. But that's probably more operator error. I think I just have to get used to the size of the deck. Overhand is beautiful. It's a little bit, it's not exactly clumpy, but the cards do kind of stick together a little bit. But with this kind of card stock, I've noticed that with other decks like that, just, after using them for maybe a week or two, that goes away. So I'm not worried about that at all. They do move nicely. So let's see just kind of how they might look if we were doing, a spread. Can we fit one more? Nah, not really. Just keep it out. It's an interesting deck. I don't know that it's going to be a deck that I use a ton. But I think that also has to do a lot with my needs and my things that aren't needs for me, at least at this point. But I'm gonna I'm gonna work with it for a little while and kind of see. I love the cardstock. I love the idea of this deck. And let's just see how it looks with Lilifer. Because of course this is the same creator. So to show you the backs. Just gonna take some out. Are these upside down? Probably. So I mean, you can definitely feel you know, I don't know. You know, to me, Lilifer is very evocative of my emotional body. This one isn't. I don't know why. I don't know that I'm going to actually use these together. I don't feel like that's what I want to do. Let's take a look at Black Violet Tarot. Now here we have a similarity in color, although the art style is certainly very, very different. And to show you the backs, and so here again it's I mean, the colors work really well. I don't know that I like the art styles together, though. I don't know. What do you think? Is this something that you would pair? I don't know. I don't think this is the right tarot deck for me to pair with this oracle. I mean, aesthetically, they look great together because of the colors. But I don't... no, it's not the one for me. So I'm going to have to see... I have to see who I would pair with this. I don't know. I'll have to play with it and decide. You know, I wonder. Wait a minute. Let's take a quick look. I just wonder, and maybe I should pair it with the Thoth because they have similar energies. Although I really like opposite energies, just not too opposite, if that makes sense. But thinking of it that way, if I can get my cards up, this is enough. I wonder how it would be with the Shara. Just to kind of see. I mean, super different art styles, right? But for me, a Shara is incredibly evocative. It speaks definitely to my unconscious, to my soul, right, to my emotions. So I wonder, maybe it's not feeling super great together to me, but it's okay. I think of the three decks that I've tried, this is the closest. I don't know, but I think I still need to look. So, and then just to kind of quickly say, because I do think they speak kind of on that same level, maybe I would probably use my big deck with it, but just wonder. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with it and see. I'm not sure how I feel about this deck. I'm gonna have to give it some time. I know a lot of people talk about it, and for them it is very evocative, right? And it really speaks to them in a deep way. I personally don't. It doesn't do that for me. So I don't know. For me, it's definitely more a cerebral deck. Not really feeling much, which is okay. Like, you don't have to always feel things. Well, I kind of like to, but it's okay. So don't go anywhere because we have another giveaway. And this is one that I think a lot of people have been waiting for. And that is the Marielle. And I did find the book. So just maybe quickly show you. There is a little ding in here, but I mean, I never use this book. So it's in really good shape otherwise. I don't have the box, but I will find a pouch or something. I think I found one. I don't know. I'll have a pouch for it. But just a refresher. This is the deck. And again, this is a deck that a lot of people love and really enjoy. It's just a deck that doesn't really click with me, doesn't really speak to me. So it's time for it to move on to someone who can really appreciate and enjoy it. And I mean, look how beautiful. So there's a lot of great cards in here. Just for me, there are a lot of cards that don't click, they don't jive for me. So anyway, let's get right to the drawing. If I pick your name, I am going to reply to your comment where you put in for the drawing, and just to make sure, give you another chance to let you know that you won. If you are the winner, you want to make sure to either comment in here or reply to my comment, which is a reply to your comment. I'm going to send you my email address in the comments. You're going to have to respond to that with your address and or your phone number. If you live outside the US, I definitely need your phone number to mail it to you. So, let's see this one. The Bina 71 is the winner. So if you're the Bina 71, either reply in this, put a comment in here, or I'm going to reply to your comment in the video that has the where you entered to win this. Make sure you respond to that, or just send me the email because I'm going to send you my email. So send me an email, and in that email, put your address. If you're outside the US, put your phone number, and make sure you put like a little keyword, something that I can use to confirm with you on YouTube that it's really you. Just to make sure. You have about 2 weeks, because I understand life happens. But if I don't hear from you in about 2 weeks, I will do a new drawing. So, if you entered for this deck and you didn't get pulled, there's still a chance. There's still a chance I may redo it. So, until next time, Just be wonderful to yourself. Be really, really wonderful, because you deserve the best, only the best, all the best, and that is my wish for you. And remember, like, share, and subscribe.